This is a standing hamstring stretch on a bench. So what you're going to do with all stretches, keep your belly tight, okay? And what we're going to do is leave this bench, and you're going to take one foot, pointing both feet forward, take one foot, put it right up on the bench. Bring that toe and point it back towards your nose. Keeping your belly tight and your spine straight, you're going to lean this chest forward. You should feel a stretch right behind your calf and your hamstring, okay? Straight spine, tight stomach, leaning forward gently. This is not curling down, this is leaning forward. Same thing with the other side, both legs pointing forward, one foot up, point your toe to your nose, spine stays straight, belly stays tight, and leaning forward. Good. This is a calf stretch on a bench. So what we're going to do is lean on a bench in a push-up position. Of course, belly stays tight with this and all exercises. All right, we're going to be in a push-up position. And now what we're going to do is we're going to rock our hips backwards until our feet are flat on the ground. This is a calf stretch on a bench. So what we're going to do is get a bench, keep your belly tight during this whole stretch, and we're going to be in a push-up position on the bench. Okay? Once you're in the push-up position, you're going to rock yourself back until your heels are flat on the ground. Then we're going to take one leg, lift it up. You can wrap it around your other ankle. And then slowly, while keeping your heel on the ground, bring your hips back down towards the regular push-up position, down towards the floor. You should feel a stretch in the back of your calf here. Push back into that heel through your arms, through the bench. Push back into that heel and bring your hips towards the ground. You'll feel a stretch in the back. Same thing on the other side. You're going to have both heels on the ground. One foot comes up. Let the hips drop down and push into that back heel. And that'll give you a stretch in the back of that calf. This is a calf stretch on a bench. Here we have mountain climbers on a bench. What we're going to do, keeping your core tight the entire time, we're going to get into a push-up position on the bench. Hands are about shoulder width apart, okay? And we're going to start with one knee up in the air. Keeping the core tight, you're going to jump and switch feet. Jump and switch feet. Jump and switch feet. You should be on the toes of your whatever foot is on the ground. This is what it looks like in real time. Make sure to keep your core tight the entire time while you're doing this exercise. This is mountain climbers on a bench. These are modified mountain climbers on a bench. We're going to start with the belly tight, and we're going to get into a push-up position on the bench. Okay? We're going to place one foot in front of the other. Okay? Nice, wide, large stance. The back foot has just your toes on top. on the ground. You're going to keep your belly really tight, and you're going to jump and switch. Jump and switch. Jump and switch. This is what it will look like in real time. These are modified mountain climbers on a bench. These are high knees on a bench. Belly is going to stay tight, and we're going to be in a push-up position on the bench. The bench could be any height, it could be even a counter, okay? But we're going to keep the core tight the whole time, and we're going to lift one knee up, bring it back down. Other knee up, back down. The whole time we're maintaining a good posture in our spine, and we're keeping our belly really tight. This is what the pace should be. There's no movement in the rest of your spine. These are high knees on a bench. These are push-ups on a bench. We're going to have our hands about shoulder width apart, and we're going to come up onto our toes so that and keeping our belly tight. Our back should be flat, and I will show you this in the other posture, in the other position. As we come down, our elbows come down at a 45-degree angle, so not hugging into our side and not flaring all the way out, and we're going to press back up. Okay, so we're going to come all the way down until our elbows are at a 90-degree angle, all the way back up. Down, back up. Keeping your core tight the whole time. This is what it looks like from a side angle. Keeping your belly tight. We're up, and we're going to bring our elbows right out to the sides and back up. Notice my elbows aren't out here, and they're also not right into our sides. They're right in the middle. We're going to come down to about an inch or two above the bench, and then come right on back up. Keep your core tight the whole time, and have fun with this exercise. This is a modified push-up on a bench. So we're going to get in the push-up position, hands about shoulder width apart, and toes right on the ground. There's going to be a straight line from our shoulders to our hips to our toes, so the butt doesn't stick out and it doesn't sag down. All right? The modified portion of this push-up is that we only go down as far as you feel comfortable. So instead of coming all the way down like a regular push-up, we're going to come down either halfway or a quarter of the way. The whole time, it's important that you keep your stomach very tight. I'm going to show you from a different angle here. Belly stays tight. We're going to get into a push-up position. One straight line from your shoulders, hips to ankles. And instead of going all the way down, we're going to come either a quarter of the way down or half the way down. And these are the ways to do modified push-ups on a bench. Ah! This is a standing IT band stretch on a bench. So we're going to start with both toes pointing forward. We're going to take one leg, put it on the bench, and then cross it to the other side of the bench. So it should be going across your body. With this, point your toe back up towards your nose, and we're going to slightly rotate your hips away from the front foot. Once we're there, we're going to lean forward gently. You should feel a little stretch or a big stretch on the outside of the front leg. Same thing on the other side. You're going to have both toes pointing forward. Put the foot on the bench, then cross your body. Point your toe up towards your nose. Rotate your hips away from the front leg and bend forward. This is a standing IT band stretch on a bench. Ah! Here we have a roll down. So, belly is going to remain firm, and we're going to have a soft bend in our knees. What we're going to do here, this is a stretch for the back of your body. What we're going to do here is we're going to slowly roll all of your vertebrae forward, starting from your head and ending in your lower back. We're going to roll all the way forward from your neck to your thorax, keeping your knees soft, rolling down. And once we're there, we're going to squeeze your butt muscles and unroll yourself back up, starting with your hips, lower back, mid-back to neck. This is a slow movement that stretches out the back side of your body. Again, it starts with your head, soft knees, keep your knees soft the whole time. So it starts with your head, down to the upper back, mid-back, lower back. You're gonna roll yourself down. Spend 3 seconds, squeeze your butt, and bring your hips back in, squeezing your butt the whole time, and unroll yourself. This is what it looks like from the front, okay? Core stays strong, feet are facing forward. Soft knees, and you're going to roll yourself forward. And then start from the bottom, roll your hips back in, roll yourself back up. This is the roll down. Ah! This is the hanging QL stretch. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to have our knees and our feet about shoulder width apart, and you're going to have soft knees. With this, we're going to bend the whole body forward, slowly curling yourself down. Once you're in this position, you're going to attempt to touch your nose to the outside of one of your legs, okay? So we're rolling down, and now bring your whole upper body towards one side, trying to touch your nose to the outside of that leg, and you should feel a stretch on the opposite side of your back. When you come back up, Come back to the middle and help yourself up. Good. As you come up, always make a tight butt muscle and always make a tight stomach muscle. Here's what it looks like on the other side. Feet are about shoulder width apart. You're going to bend yourself down slowly. And then we're going to turn our upper body to try to get our nose to touch the outside of our calf. This should give you a good stretch on the outside of your opposite side lower back. To come back in, we're going to come to the center, help yourself up, squeeze your butt, squeeze your core muscle. This is the standing, hanging QL stretch.